that alone.
Yeah. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to have our next guest today.
Yes.
Who do we have in the building, Sizzle?
So we have celebrity chef Kenneth McDuffie. He's a Philadelphia native and is an independent, motivated, and full of life man of God.
I know that's right.
That says it all right there. Exactly.
Sizzle love that. I know that's right. Mm-hmm.
So even through school years, he worked, maintained good grades, and went off to college, and then he began to build his empire. Mm-hmm. So Kenneth has a big personality with an even bigger heart. He is a giver of time, energy, love, and his passion for cooking. He loves to give advice to help and inspire others who love cooking. Kenneth's motto and mission is to encourage the youth to know if you remain humble and faithful, all things are possible if you believe. So he was raised by his great-grandmother, the late Esther A. Smith, where she taught him everything he needed to know about cooking. Yes, cooking is in his DNA. Shout out to his great-grandmother. Yes, for instilling those. Oh, okay. So self-taught, Kenneth took his passion for cooking and his skill and his skills and moved to Hawaii and accepted a job with Norwegian Cruise Line. Wow. So prior to moving to Hawaii, Kenneth had already started his own catering business, A Taste of Soul, which he revamped this year to Young and Hungry. Kenneth has already started making noise in the entertainment world. He was honored to cook for hip-hop artist Juliet Santana and currently Senator Vincent Hughes and his lovely wife, actress Shirley Ralph, Patti LaBelle, Jennifer Lewis, Claudia Jordan, Jackie Christie, Vivica A. Fox, and many others.
That's a wonderful.
So, yes,
she's wonderful right there.
Yes. So 2016 was great to Kenneth. He is a weekly guest on the Big Nate and the Big Bang Morning Show on URU Radio. That's right. Okay. He is a sponsor for Philly Urban Fashion Week and currently about to be a guest on WDAS with the legendary Patty Jackson. Shout out to Patty Jackson. Yeah. So he's a visionary and excellent chef, and he's known for his baked mac and cheese. So he's also working on bringing his dream to a reality. He is working on opening his own full-service restaurant right here in Philadelphia, where he's looking to give back to the community, train, teach, and educate other up-and-coming chefs. So don't take criticism too personal. You are a wonderful person. That's his motto. So welcome to the show, Celebrity Chef Kenneth McDuffie.
Woo! We gotta get that clap in the building, man.
No.
Welcome to the show. My brother. How are you?
I am great. I'm great. You guys, thanks for having me.
No doubt. We seen you at a couple locations, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You've been busy. Shout out to you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You say I'm gonna be on your show. I said I know that's right. We gonna make sure we have.
That's somebody. Yes, that's you just speaking that right on into the atmosphere.
That's right.
First of all, I love your hustle.
Thank you.
I love your attitude, your personality, right? Because I love good people. I love good energy. I also love the food pictures that I see on your Instagram, right? First of all, how can they see you on Instagram? That food that I'm talking about.
They can follow me at Young and Hungry Catering 16 on Instagram. So it's all self-explanatory. Young and Hungry Catering, the number 16 on Instagram.
No doubt. Now, what gives you? Why food? You know, it's a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, out there that, you know, the young, you know, black business person, right, can jump into, right? It's a lot of competition in the food industry as a chef. What separates you from all the other chefs, and why food?
Well, what separates me from everybody else is that I'm different. Mm-hmm. You know, I step out of my comfort zone. I take, you know, just something ordinary and make it my own. I just say that if you have a passion for something, if you have a gift, you know, utilize your gift, utilize your passion. You know, everybody, like I was telling all my friends, I said, you know, everybody make a fried chicken, but everybody fried chicken is not going to be the same.
I know that's
You know,
right.
you can give everybody salt, pepper, and some garlic salt and some oil and say, okay, fry the chicken. But there's going to be a secret somebody going to have in their pocket, or there's a method to them cooking a chicken, and everybody's chicken is going to taste it different.
Right.
So I know me, if you give me these ingredients, I'm going to reach in my, like, quote unquote, my Barney bag, and I'm going to pull something out, and you ain't going to know what it is. You always got to have a secret. You always got to make something your own. Like, you know, there's a difference between KFC and Popeyes. You know, they all have fried chicken, but, you know, they cook their chicken different. They, you know, it's all different methods to what they're doing. So I'm just a different person. And then I stay humble. You know, I'm very humble. I mean, I don't mind helping people. I remember when there was a time when I needed someone to help me. And, you know, and I reached out to friends and stuff. Now I'm doing the same. People calling me and I'm like helping them. So it's like, it's a blessing to be a blessing. So, you know, that's why, you know, I've been in this business for, you know, a little minute now, so I'm excited.
Yeah. So your great grandmother, she taught you everything you needed to know about cooking.
Right.
Do you remember the first thing that you
That's
ever
funny.
cooked on your own without your great grandmother?
I always tell this story. My great grandmother, I think I was probably about 5 or 6. She gave me a potato and a knife. And she said, start cooking. So when we was making potato salad, so like literally, you know, as black people, you know, if you mess up the potato salad, you know,
no,
it's
that's
over.
it.
You know, you don't mess up
Right.
nobody potato
No.
salad. So, you know, your great grandmother, she entrusted in you how to make potato salad. So she was like, boy, here go this knife, here go this potato, and get to cooking. So like, that was like about 5, 6 years old. And I mean, I've been cooking ever since. Never went to
Wow.
school, didn't take a culinary class. So, you know, pretty much, you know, I was tired of going to a restaurant and getting disappointed. You know,
Yeah.
going here, the food not right, it doesn't taste good. You know, you finding something wrong. I would say, you know what? Let me cook my own food at home. And then I just took it and ran with it.
Right, and when you've been cooking practically all of your life, so to go to another restaurant and get something that's beneath what you can do.
Well, I'm not going to say beneath what I do. It's just like, I know what I want to eat. And I know what I
Right.
like. So, I mean, and I just like to cook for, you know, I kind of figure out everybody flavor of cooking. I kind of see what everybody like to eat. So everybody like Chinese food. I said, look, I'm gonna start making my own Chinese stuff. You know, people like soul food and they get disappointed when they go to this place. I said, you know what, I could do this. And now, you know, people like breakfast. So I said, you know what, let me put my spin on breakfast and, you know, and shock the people. So when I be putting stuff out, they were like, hold up, you made it? Like, hold
Wow.
up. This don't even go together, but oh my God, I gotta taste it. So I mean, I just have fun doing it. I mean, like, I'm just being original. So I'm not trying to be like nobody else, you know, trying to knock nobody else's hustle. You know, I'm young and hungry, so you know, I do my thing.
I love that, young and hungry, man. That's, you know, the young ladies that who was here. That's what they was talking about. They hungry. It's about the hustle, and a lot of people sometimes lose that hustle, that hunger.
Right.
What keeps you going when? Because everybody kind of, you know, they reach this point where they feel kind of like beat up. They in dismay. They just feel like, you know, is this going to work? What keeps you going?
I mean, my faith in God, just, you know, being, you know, being prayerful, staying humble, you know, just staying dedicated, just sticking to, you know, what I love to do, you know, not trying to trying to outbeat anybody or, you know, trying to put anybody down. I just stay humble and stay grounded. You know, it was times where I wanted to give up and I mean, literally, I was going to give up last year. I was giving up. I called my PR Antoine. I said, look, I'm done. I'm not cooking no more. I'm tired.
Wow.
I'm tired of people. I'm tired of folks. He said, boy, if you don't shut up and go
That
ahead and
sound
go
like
fry
Antoine.
and go cook something, like you sit up there,
That's Antoine.
so you try to give up and throw in the towel over people. So my
No
whole
doubt.
thing is like, don't let people, you know, knock you off, you know, off your grind and your hustle. If you have a gift and a passion, you know, go for it. Don't let nobody, you know, knock your hustle and knock you off, you know, off your grind. You know, stay humble, you know, go for it.
I like that. I love that. I love that. So check this out, right? You have this amazing ability to kind of be infectious and kind of light up the room when you walk in there. You know, you have this kind of like, I need to be around this guy. I need to know what this guy is doing, right? Where do you think that comes from?
I mean, I'm just a people. Look, I'm a Leo, so Leo is the life of the party.
I know that's right.
So it all. Look, this goes back to childhood. I was like the class clown. I stayed getting in trouble because I had to be seen. Everybody had to know who Kenny was. So for me, just being a people's person and just love to be around people. I was like, look, yo, if I see like Oprah Winfrey, I'm like, yo, I don't care. I'm going over to get Oprah Winfrey. I'm going past her bodyguard. She gonna know who I am. So I'm just the type of person that's like, look, I want everybody to know who I am. I want to make a noise out here in the city. I want to make a noise all over. So I want people to know who I am and know the good cooking that I'm doing. And look, I don't mind bringing you guys a sample. You can try it. But look, I want you to support the business and support the brand.
No doubt. If it was something that, because most people have this moment where they say, man, I wish I would have knew now. I wish I would have knew then what I know now. You know what I'm saying? What is that for you? What is that thing that you feel like, if you would have known earlier?
If I would have known earlier, and like earlier as a kid, that I can make money and cooking and meeting all these celebrities and cooking for all these celebrities, I would have done this long time ago. Like everybody don't know, like when as a kid I wanted to be a school teacher. I really wanted to be in school. My great grandmother bought me a chalkboard, bought me a desk. I used to go across the street from the school where I used to live at and get all the papers and the books and stuff like that. And I used to teach my brothers and sisters like that. So I guess it wasn't in God's plan for me to be a school teacher. So being just cooking my whole life and doing what I had to do is like, look, yo, I can make money doing this, and then people really like my cooking. Now I like start cooking for celebrities and being on TV and being on radio. I was like, yo, I should have been doing this my whole life, a long time ago.
I know that's right. Now it's a couple cooking shows out there like Master Chef and all these great. If you first of all, if you had the ability, I want you to answer two questions I have. If you had the opportunity to be on any one of those shows, any type of cooking show, what would that be? And two, who is your biggest inspiration in the industry? Not necessarily, because I say my mom and my grandmama and all that, because they all are inspirations because we grew up with them. But in the industry, who would that be?
So you want me to do that one first?
Yeah, you do that first. Yeah.
Well, so in the industry, really who I look up to, but she's now passed. Julia Childs was my inspiration. This is someone that came on local TV years ago as a child. She was an older white lady, and this lady made mistakes. She would drop chicken on the floor, pick it up, and say, just put it back together and do this. Like, she was my inspiration, and she was a white woman, but she didn't look like me, but it was like, it showed like you can have fun cooking. Right. She made it enjoyable to have fun cooking. So, that was my biggest inspiration. She still is. May she rest in peace, but I love me some Julia Childs.
No doubt.
And any show, let me say, I actually went all the way through with MasterChef, and I guess they Googled me and found out that I'm not an amateur chef because you have to be a home cook. So they told me this, like, unfortunately, yada, yada, yada. So we can't go further. So I was kind of disappointed with that. But, I have auditioned for Top Chef. They are interested. So that show, and also the next Food Network star. So I'm just waiting to hear back from some good stuff. And WHYY. I interviewed with them like 2 weeks ago. They are looking for someone to host their own show on WHYY, and they really like me. They like the concept that I'm bringing. So I'm just waiting to hear back from, all these three things that I applied for. So I feel as though it's going to be a good year.
Now you talk about all this food. You talking about all this food. You could have brought us something in here.
I did.
What?
He did.
I did.
He did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Whoa. Hold up. I'm going to do something unprecedented. Who got the music? Can we go let's go to a break. We're going to taste some of this food. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this food better be good because we're going to tell you how it is. I don't want y'all to go nowhere. This is your boy, Charles Gregory, with the beautiful
LaurenSizzle.
And this is WPPM LP Philadelphia 106.5 FM. And you're listening to We Talk Weeklies. After the talk, we'll be right back after this. Holla! All right, so y'all, check this out. Now, I had to call him out on this stuff. He talking all this food. Now, this food better be good. Your boy Charles Gregory with the beautiful
LaurenSizzle.
Now, all this food, tell me what we got here.
So we have Cajun shrimp fried rice.
Okay.
Everything's good. Everything is made with no meat. Everything is vegetable based.
Okay.
Fresh vegetables, shrimp. Little Cajun season is not overpowering. You go, yeah. So
I'm calling my name right now. It's like, Open me.
Yes. And I'm telling you, I mean, you know, I let the sizzle
The
go.
smell.
know.
Oh my goodness. The smells. Like, you ever seen the cartoon where somebody has the food? They're like, salud. I'm dead.
Radio star, can you put this in my bag, please? This is coming with me. This is coming with me.
Personal one that's for
Oh,
you
yeah?
guys. Yes, it's for you.
Oh, we
guys.
got Lady S style. We got the ladies here. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. This is amazing.
Thank you. So I did this because look,
And it's not too spicy.
It's
I
not.
hate spicy food.
I do too, and I hate food where as though it's too spicy, where as though you can't enjoy it.
Right.
So this is something that have like a little kick to it, and you can still enjoy it at the same time.
No doubt. Well, thank you, brother.
I appreciate
You
it.
lived up to. Definitely lived up to what he was talking about. Celebrity Chef, but I don't want y'all to go nowhere. We're going to jump right back in the studio. We only got a couple more minutes left, but I don't want you to go nowhere. This your boy Talk Gregory with the beautiful
LaurenSizzle.
We'll be right back after this. Holla! You know, I cannot stand spicy food. I cannot stand spicy food. It had a little kick to it, but it was just right.
It was perfect.
How
It
did
was
you
perfect.
pair those flavors together? Because did it have any lemon in there? If I taste like a little like sweet and sour, I taste some.
I mean, that's the flavor from you have. It's no sweet and sour, but you have the peppers. That is, you have sweet peppers in it. You have
that's
the
what
you have the sweet onions.
Yeah, so that's giving
And
it
then
that.
hold up, you have the minced garlic, and it's in like this olive oil flavor, and then just the season and stuff like that, and just go for it. I can't tell you the season, that's a secret, so I can't do that.
no doubt.
What's funny is that I'm sitting here I still got the taste on my breath. So as you're saying what's in it, I'm like trying to taste it on my breath. Like, oh yeah, I did taste it.
It was really good, and I
good.
can't stand spicy food, but that's really good,
It's
my
perfect.
brother.
I appreciate
It's
it. Thank you.
perfect.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So, what inspired you to do that particular dish? Because that's not a dish that people would think of. You know what I mean?
different.
It's a little different.
I just started doing this last week, and I posted on Instagram, and like people have been calling and ordering, and people I don't even know was ordering it, so it was crazy. And they said the way how it looked, they want it, and it tastes the way I look. But actually, I went to my neighborhood Chinese store. I had ordered some shrimp fried rice. I was disappointed because I found something in my food that it was like really turned me off altogether by going to these stores. So I said, you know what, Kenny, I'm tired of spending my money in these hood stores and these Chinese stores, giving all this money to their community. I can make my own food, and I can make it better. I know that my food is fresh. I know that I know what I'm putting into my food, and I know what I'm putting into my body. So I'd rather just make my own food and stop giving my money to everybody else.
Right.
I know that's right.
So
Wow.
you moved to Hawaii.
I moved to Hawaii.
And you started your catering business.
Prior to moving to Hawaii, I already had a catering business, and pretty much before I moved, I was just doing
You just
soul
took
food.
it there.
And when I went to Hawaii just thinking that it was a joke by taking this job. And I didn't know I really was going to go move to Hawaii. Had the opportunity to move, worked on a cruise ship for almost 2 years. I loved it, but I got homesick, and I came back home, and I just revamped my business, revamped my brand, and do what I do.
No doubt.
So while you were there, you were just cooking whatever they told you to cook?
Yeah, I was cooking, cruise ship food, but I mean, the food was
Right.
good.
Food was
I
good,
had
yeah.
gained a whole lot of weight, and I had to lose it. But, it was a great experience. I would not change that experience for the world.
No doubt. Now, we only have a couple more minutes left, right? And in this is what we do, all right? I always ask this one question, right? Because what I would like to know is something that no other interview that you have done or whatever. So we always want the exclusive. We get exclusive stuff and people just steal it. Shout out to TMZ. We love you, TMZ, no doubt. So what's the one thing, right, that you can tell us? What's the one thing that no one else knows about you, right, that you can tell us right now? Dig into that Barney bag you was talking about earlier. You know what I'm saying? So dig all the way deep. Dig all the way down deep.
The one thing. Okay, all right.
Everybody always laugh when they do that.
All right, so honestly, one thing about me, nobody don't know that I am a shopaholic, and not even that. I have this crazy fascination for celebrity gossip, anything that had to do with celebrity. Like, I'm on my Facebook Live. I'm like, my page went viral like yesterday for this whole Monique thing because Tiffany Haddish got her money before Monique, so I had did this thing that I did live. So it was like this big blow up. Like, people were like, well, I'm Team Monique. No, Team Monique this and I'm not Team Monique. So like, I love celebrity gossip stuff. Like, I love the little celebrity. Look, they make it out there for us to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about it. So I will go on live. I will go on Facebook Live and do whatever I had to do to talk about these crazy celebrities. I love them dearly, but they give me something to talk about. So if I can incorporate that with my cooking and do a whole show, look, I'm with it.
I know that's right. That sounds like a show idea. No doubt, no doubt. So we thank you for coming to the show.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming to the show. How can they get in contact with you? How can they find you and all that good stuff?
Go to Instagram, Young and Hungry Catering number 16, or you can follow me on on Facebook at Kenneth J. McDuffie or Young and Hungry Catering as well on Facebook. And, my page is public, so you guys can follow me. Don't add me as a friend. I'm at my max, but you guys can follow me.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Man, we had a fantastic show. We had a star-studded show. We had everything you could imagine here. The sizzle was great. The interviews was great. And plus, it's just black magic that's all in the building, man. So this is We Talk Weeklies After the Talk with your boy Charles Gregory and the beautiful
LaurenSizzle.
And this is WPPM LP Philadelphia 106.5 FM. And before we leave, man, I gotta wrap up the show. We got a couple minutes left, but I'm gonna wrap up. So download the TuneIn app, WPPM LP 106.5 FM, and tune in every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on We Talk Weeklies After the Talk. Follow us on Instagram, at Twitter, at We Talk Weekly, at Charles Gregory, at Lauren_Sizzle. We Talk Weekly is on Spreaker right now, so follow us there. Like and follow us on Facebook on our We Talk Weekly page. Subscribe to We Talk Weekly YouTube channel. You gotta get us. If you're in Philly, catch us every Monday night at 9:30 on Comcast 66, Verizon 5 29:30. And if you have that little Roku player, you already know. Download the little iThing TV app and look for We Talk Weekly. And check this out. Afro NBG Network. We Talk Weekly is now syndicated. You can find us in Atlanta, Baltimore, Birmingham, Chicago, Delaware, Houston, Jacksonville, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, New Jersey, New York City, Philly, Washington, D.C., and all across the nation. And who do you look for? We Talk Weekly, man. We gotta go, so we out here. Hello.
Peace.